Greetings, friends. My name is Ian Monroe, and I would like to talk to you today a little bit about a system that I have been working on that I think you might be interested in. I'm calling it Virtual Video Studio. And essentially, what it is a very quick web based application that will allow you to construct virtual video studios on the fly and use them in software like OBS Studio to create environments for you to inhabit in your videos. You're actually looking at it right now. It works with a green screen and something like OBS Studio where you can combine video sources, and it lets you have all kinds of fun and put yourself in all kinds of different places. So let me talk to you a little bit about the setup that I'm using right now. I'm on my desktop computer and I'm using a standard webcam, and behind me there is a green screen, which you can see here. So this is just, me in front of a green screen, and I'm using OBS to key out the green. And in the background of each of these scenes, I have Virtual Studio running. And so, because it uses a browser source and because it uses local storage to store its assets, it will keep several instances available to you inside of OBS Studio that you can switch back and forth between on the fly. So, for instance, if I wanted to, I could be in the back rooms. You can see here on screen, we've got several animated components. We've got a clock. We've got this live from the back rooms badge up at the top of the screen. And you can layer this with other things in OBS Studio. So, for instance, if you wanted to, you could include some other image sources and use it as though it were a virtual news studio. So let me give you a quick demonstration of how to work with it. Here is the Virtual Studio software. And when you arrive at virtualvideostudio.com, all you have to do is press Launch Studio, and you'll get yourself a screen that looks like this. Now, right now, there is a gradient background, but there's all kinds of settings for backgrounds and other aspects that you can change. What you would do is you would set up a web video source or a browser source inside of OBS, and you would define it to use the limits of this stage here. This stage is 16 by 9, and so it should work with just about any kind of video that you're trying to make. Beyond, in the gradient backgrounds, you can choose from linear or radial or conic. You can change the colors. For instance, if you wanted to make this a different kind of gradient, you can see that it is animated. You can either enable or disable the animation depending on what you like. You can add colors. You can change the speed of the animation. You can use some quick presets like ocean or sunset. And of course, you can change those to work however you'd like as well. So you can see that it provides you with a nice animated background, if nothing else. But there's other kinds of backgrounds that you can use. For instance, this solid background can give you a green screen or a blue screen or pure black or pure white. You can, of course, set it to any arbitrary color that you'd like, and it'll just be a solid color. We've got a couple of animated versions. There is this Waves version, which you can see has a very subtle animation at the top and the bottom. It just gives a little bit of character to the studio. We've got this Neural one, which has got sort of particles that are moving around the screen on the background that you can adjust. For instance, the number of particles and the data flow speed and the connection density to suit your preferences. You can change the colors. You can make it speed up or slow down. All kinds of fun stuff. And you can, of course, use an image for a background. So, for instance, I can select an image, say this one here, and now I can use this as a background. In addition to that, you've got some other things up here that you can use. You've got this lower third. So if we click on Show Lower Third, it'll give you this sample title and sample subtitle. Now, right now it's using this glass effect that allows it to take on some of the colors of the background so that it'll match against any kind of background that you're using. And you can use keyboard shortcuts. In this case, the keyboard shortcut 3 will enable or disable the lower third. So you can control it from your keyboard. You don't need to be inside of OBS Studio to do so. It'll just work based on your keyboard. In addition to the lower third, you can also use a news ticker, which you can add ticker content items to. You can enable and disable the animation. You can control the speed of the animation. You can control the background color, the text color. You can control the font size if you wish. And we've got some quick templates that you can choose from. There's breaking news, there's a financial template, and there's a sports template. In addition to that, you can put in an overlay, like a date time overlay, which you can control to show just the time, just the date, or both the date and time. You can control the format of the date. You can show seconds or not. You can control the time zone, and you can control the position on the screen with these slider controls here. Naturally, you can control the text color as well. Additionally, there is a live indicator that you can use that will show a blinking light if you'd like, and you can adjust the text, obviously. The animation can be turned off and on. The position can be changed to anywhere on the stage. And again, there are some quick layouts. We have a possibility to use logos or icons for your brand. In this case, I've uploaded a QR code, and the position is going to show in the bottom right corner. So I can activate that to turn it on. I can increase the size or decrease the size. I can increase or decrease the opacity. And of course, I can change the offset of where it falls on the screen pretty easily. You can store up to 4 logos that you can activate at your convenience. And so that's a quick tour. I hope that you will give the software a try. It's free to use. You don't need to give me any credit card numbers. You don't even need to create an account. You don't need to log in. You don't need to do anything that will compromise your private data. None of it is stored on my servers. This entirely runs in the browser. Any assets that you upload are saved in local storage rather than in a backend that I have access to. So all of your material stays perfectly private. If you find this useful, I hope you'll send me some feedback. There is a feedback button at the bottom of the control panel that you can use to provide that. And if you've got ideas for additional features that you'd like to see, please provide that feedback as well, and I'll see what I can do about getting those implemented. For now, that's it for me. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you give Virtual Video Studio a try. Thanks a lot.